Rain lashed against the precinct window, each drop a tiny hammer against the glass, mirroring the pounding in Detective Miller's head. 3 months, 12 missing persons, no bodies, no ransom notes, just silence. The city was holding its breath, and Miller felt like he was suffocating. The case files were stacked a foot high on his desk, a monument to his failure. Each file was a life, a story, now just a collection of names and dates. Sarah Jenkins, a college student. David Chun, a retired postman. Maria Flores, a single mother. What connected them? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It was like the perpetrator was plucking people from their lives at random, leaving a void that echoed with questions. He rubbed his tired eyes and stared at the corkboard, a chaotic web of photos, maps, and scribbled notes connected by red string. It was a mess, a portrait of his own desperation. His captain had given him an ultimatum this morning: find a lead, or the case gets handed over to the feds. The thought soured his coffee. This was his city, his case. He wouldn't let it go. He decided to revisit the last known location of the most recent victim, an artist named Julian Croft. Croft's studio was in a dilapidated warehouse district, a place the city had forgotten. The air inside was thick with the smell of turpentine and something else, something sweet and cloying. The studio was a chaotic symphony of canvases and paint tubes. Dust motes danced in a single beam of light from a grimy skylight. Miller's gaze swept the room, looking for anything out of place. It was then he saw it. Tucked away in a dark corner, covered by a dusty tarp, was a collection of sculptures, busts. To be precise, he pulled the tarp away, and his blood ran cold. There were 12 of them, arranged in a neat row. 12 wax heads, each one eerily lifelike. He recognized the faces instantly from the missing person photos. Sarah Jenkins, her face a mask of confusion. David Chun, a gentle smile playing on his lips. Maria Flores, her eyes wide with terror. And Julian Croft. His own face was the final sculpture, his expression one of serene acceptance. They weren't just sculptures, they were wax masks. A chill snaked up Miller's spine as the horrifying truth dawned on him. The killer wasn't just taking people, he was collecting moments. Their final moments, their last expressions, preserved forever in wax. But who was the collector? Croft was the latest victim, not the killer. As Miller stared at the macabre gallery, he noticed something on the floor beside Croft's bust, a small, crumpled piece of paper. He carefully picked it up and unfolded it. It was a receipt from a specialty art supply store, dated the day after Croft went missing. A large quantity of high-grade paraffin and at the bottom, a signature for the pickup. A price. Miller's heart hammered against his ribs. A price. Alistair Price, the reclusive owner of the warehouse building, an eccentric millionaire known for his private art collection. He had been interviewed at the beginning of the investigation, but had a solid alibi for the first few disappearances. But the receipt was new. It was a thread, a fragile, terrifying thread leading into the darkness. Miller pulled out his phone, his hand shaking slightly as he dialed his captain. "Sir," he said, his voice low and urgent, "I know who the collector is, and I think I know where he keeps his gallery." He was no longer just a detective investigating missing persons. He was now hunting a monster who saw human life as nothing more than raw material for his grotesque art. The hunt was on. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this story, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more.